What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA Saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, for today's video I have several quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you some updates on the litigation processes. And I have to admit that Securities and Exchange Commission is trying to dismiss the case, one of the cases of 1209 community, by quite weird reasons. On top of that, I will show you some explanations in regards to the non-litigational path to the resolution. And I will show you, not misconception, but misunderstanding of some trading rules. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. On top of that, if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And for now, guys, I have three tiers. It is Discord Access tier, Safe Haven and Gold tier. And if you want to just be in line with all the latest news and with the most recent actions and potential upcoming actions of the US stock market, it is more than enough to join just Discord Access. If you want me to cover your personal position and if you want me to create a plan for you to invest in stock market, Safe Haven is for you. The only difference in between these two tiers is that on Safe Haven tier you will have a monthly 30-minute Zoom call session with me. And the Gold tier is for people who want to take the most from my experience and from my knowledge. And in this tier you will have a 30 minutes weekly Zoom call with me where I will teach you how to beat the market. On top of that, guys, for the members of this tier I will give my personal signals where to enter and where to leave the position. I will do it when market conditions are more predictable for swing positions. So, and let me give you a sneak peek on the Discord group. You can see that I publish a lot of updates on the market, and as you can see, I even make predictions of its upcoming movements. And if you follow my channel for quite some time, you know that I have a very high level of experience in this type of trades. And guys, in this Discord group, I explain a lot to my patrons, and I do a lot of technical analysis on demand on different assets. Here is the general sentiment of the market on April the 10th. Here is INTC, ISRG. Here is JDR, KLB, MSTR, and other ticker symbols. You can see that I do it pretty much 2 or 3 times a week. And all of my community members know how to benefit out of these market conditions. So guys, and as you can see, I'm on your favorite SGM official Twitter account, and it is not a coincidence. I will show you some interesting updates, but not directly related to our MMTLP story at the very end of this video. And that is why, guys, please stay tuned. But let's begin with this update. RareDD 18 hours ago wrote this, and he added several screenshots of the most recent price action of MMTLP shares back in trading days, last trading days in December of 2022. So, it says the volume of 4,666,762 shares in a short time frame for an OTC stock, combined with a 58.57% price drop, could suggest an oversupply of shares hitting the market. Naked short selling shares that haven't been borrowed or located can flood the market, with phantom shares driving the price down artificially. Grok on this image from the last day MMTLP traded. And here is the activity, price action, I would say, from the last trading days. And right here the explanation, the Grok's explanation. And guys, I don't want to argue with these statements. It can be the reason that naked shorters try to push the price of MMTLP shares down. But we might also have another reason of this quite, let's say, so-called unusual price action. And let me show you this. This is the high frequency trading, HFT. And this is the article that is written on Investopedia. What is it, how it works, and example. And let me quote you just several bullet points. What is high-frequency trading? High-frequency trading is a trading method that uses powerful computer programs to transact a large number of orders in fractions of a second. HFT uses complex algorithms to analyze multiple markets and execute orders based on market conditions. And here are key takeaways. HFT is a complex algorithmic trading in which a large numbers of orders are executed within seconds. HFT adds liquidity to the markets and eliminates small bid-ask spreads. HFT is criticized for allowing large companies to gain an upper hand in trading. Another complaint is that the liquidity produced by this type of trading is momentary. It disappears within seconds, making it impossible for traders to take advantage of it. And guys, this is quite crucial point, because when someone spots this type of high volume, unusual volume, the majority of retail investors think that it is some kind of manipulation. But guys, it is not. Let me show you the pros and cons. You can see that in pros, large volume of transactions at once. And guys, transactions mean that someone want to buy or sell shares. And if the number of transactions is very high, and let's assume that we have just one share on the market, and just two market makers want to sell and buy this share for multiple times. And despite the fact that the total shares outstanding for our example is just one share, the number of the volume might be tens of thousands of trades, and the number of shares that were changed hands might be tens of thousands of shares with just one share outstanding. And this is how the misunderstanding happens. So let me show you another quite interesting update. First of all, I want to pay attention to the non-litigational path to the resolution. And Glass Guy he basically hosted a space call. And Murdoch, the meta guy, responded to this. I went through Dennis Neal podcast and clipped these for everyone to use as talking points. Please use them. The pen is mightier than the sword, and the tongue has the potential to be sharper than any blade forced by a man. If we want to move forward in a meaningful way, we all need to be optimally equipped. Read it, absorb it, know it, repeat it. Matt says the people he talks to know there is a problem. That's where we come in. The top priority is the audited share count, period. We must call and pressure our representatives, especially those who signed anything in support in the past, to resend to the SEC. There is a new sheriff in town, and his name is Paul Atkins. And he refers to his own tweet, guys. You can read it in details, and to be honest, I think the only positive outcome from these actions is that we can spread this information to much more people, to basically broader audience. But by itself, this type of interactions, in my opinion, will not lead us to any kind of resolution. On top of that, guys, take a look right here. John Burda reposted the tweet that was written by Dr. E just 14 hours ago. And Dr. E wrote, "Too many words, too many letters. What we need is a settlement for the oversold shares." And Dr. E refers to his own tweet that he wrote on December 21st of last year. This is the list of letters. Nunes letter to Congress, open letter of 74 members of Congress, Mike Crapo and J.D. Vance letter, and Bernie Sanders letter. To be honest, guys, I forgot about this letter. You can find it on MMTLP resources, and yes, even Bernie Sanders wrote a letter in support of MMTLP community. But at the same time, wait a second, let's wait for a couple of seconds to upload this article. And yes, in general, we have a lot of potential supporters in a very high level of politicians, but we cannot rely on their recent letters because, well, the letters are just words and we have to see in actions. And the only way how we can force them to do any actions is through the litigation processes. And let me show you some updates from our litigation, well, 1209 community, let's put it this way. And first of all, I want to pay attention to this tweet that was written by Jennifer Vetrano just 16 hours ago. And she made it in response to, well, not in response, but just to make some arguments against the junk service space calls. Guys, I don't want to tell you that I don't like the non-litigational path to the resolution. I just think that the most promising and most effective way to use our efforts is the litigational path. But I don't like when the MMTLP community is trying to attack another part of MMTLP community. And yes, sometimes I disagree with certain statements, but nevertheless, sometimes it leads me to the conclusion that the majority of efforts of non-litigational path to the resolution are useless. And let me show you this tweet. Jen wrote, "What do you want us to do, Torch?" Well, Junkie, how about this? 1. Stop stringing people along that big things are happening behind the scenes. In other words, trust me, bro. 2. Admit that no people in government fought for or received a subpoena for share count for MMTLP. 3. Disclose why you have completed thousands of hours on X spaces pushing specific narratives. 4. Admit that people waste precious time on your biased spaces. 5. Stop lecturing listeners like a Karen. So, guys, I have to admit that, I see a lot of sense in these statements, but at the same time, guys, the freedom of speech leads to, everyone can do whatever they want if it doesn't harm other people. And as long as Junk Savvy makes her tweets and makes her spaces, and as long as her actions don't harm any community members or any people in general, she basically free to do anything. But when her actions lead to some losses or lead to some illegal actions, definitely it needs to be stopped. So let me show you an update from Scott Roth that he wrote in response to yesterday's tweet that was written by Jennifer Vetrano. And he wrote, Jen gets a hearing or two. This is big. And guys, I covered this tweet yesterday that Jen wrote this. Looks like I have a confirmation for hearing date for 2 motions in Nevada Bankruptcy Court. I'm very excited and will continue to push. And she added this link, this screenshot basically. Let me show you another update from Jennifer. Just several hours ago she wrote, all motions sent to bankruptcy court in Nevada. Arrival for Monday. Everything is signed in ink with every type of confirmation and tracking possible. I'm hoping to see motions on the docket by Wednesday. And guys, this is a really big update in our case, and I would say that it might be a real breakthrough in a particular case of Jennifer Vetrano versus Securities and Exchange Commission. For now, guys, we don't have any updates in her case according to this, according to the court listener, but we have an update in other cases. First of all, this is the Wilcott versus Securities and Exchange Commission case, and just yesterday, you can see under the docket 61 we have this document, response in opposition to motion filed by Securities and Exchange Commission, real 60 opposed motion for leave to file second amended complaint filed by plaintiff Contic Wilcott. And here is this document in details. And guys, this document grabs my attention because Securities and Exchange Commission tried to dismiss the document from Contic Wilcott procedural. And let me quote you this. Defendant Securities and Exchange Commission opposes plaintiff's motion for leave to file a second amended complaint, ECF 60 motion, because the motion is procedurally deficient and plaintiff's proposed amendment would be futile and would prejudice the Commission by requiring it to expend additional time for resources on moving to dismiss meritless claims. And as you can see, this document has 11 pages. And the majority of these pages is just a procedural, let's say, mistakes that were made by Contic Wilcott. And only, wait a second, and only one part of this document is related to real facts. Let me quote you just one paragraph. Even if plaintiff were not required to file a copy of his proposed pleading, none of the arguments in the motion justify granting plaintiff leave to file an amended complaint. And that is why, guys, based on these assumptions and these so-called facts, the conclusion is following. For the foregoing reasons, the motion should be denied with prejudice. So, definitely we have to wait for the judge's decision, but I would say that it is not the best position of Securities and Exchange Commission when they try to dismiss this motion by using procedural facts. And definitely it leads me to the conclusion that they don't have real arguments against this motion, and that is why they try to, trick, not trick, but they try to be quite tricky company, and they try to use just procedural filings to dismiss this case. Quite interesting update, and yes, we have to be very cautious with any type of updates and any type of documents, because it is extremely important to know what we are talking about and what should be the process that is required for these documents. So let me show you another update in another case, so-called 1209 case. It is Roll versus Securities and Exchange Commission case, and we have first memorandum in opposition to defendant Securities and Exchange Commission in regards 63 motion to dismiss first amended complaint filed by Jason.Rolla. And this document unfortunately is behind the paywall, but I think within the next several days I will show you what is this document about and what are the arguments in this motion, memorandum in opposition. So, and let's take a look at this quite interesting, in my opinion, fact that is not directly related to MMTLP story. So, you know that Daniel Oxor, the person who pursued not only the litigational path to the resolution, but also non-litigational path, well, I would say he's a very interesting person, because, well, I didn't check my email for quite some time, and just yesterday I found two letters, and let me show you the most recent letter in details. So this is my Gmail account, one of my Gmail accounts, and here is the letter that I received just 16 hours ago. I want to pay your attention to to the entire letter. Hey Andrew, just checked in. There's been a delay, and first of all, guys, he explained his current status in MMTLP case. There's been a delay with the Florida filing. We've uncovered something significant, and we are working through the details now. And this is another tip that potentially something big is coming. And let me quote you further. I haven't heard back from the senator's office yet, and this is Senator Kim office, if I remember it correct. But I'm told I should have an update soon. For now, something completely different. And guys, this is very interesting in my opinion part. Over the past 6 months, I wrote a novel. Marco Montero and I have partnered to launch it, and we've officially gone into business together. It's strange how even in the midst of justice gone sideways, new friendships and ventures can emerge. Life's funny like that. We are launching the book on Kickstarter, a crowdfunding platform where you can set a goal, offer rewards, in this case the book and a few extras, and if the goal is met, backers receive their rewards. If not, all pledges are returned. It's not a donation, it's a pre-order model. I was hoping you might help spread the word. Out of respect for the relationship we've built, I'd like to offer you a signed copy of the book on the house. I'm not shipping internationally except for you. And Daniel, thank you very much for this. It would mean a lot to know that you had a signed copy of the novel that, in a very real sense, was born out of the MMTLP fight sitting on your shelf. Here is a short synopsis of the book, The Gardener, followed by the Kickstarter link. And let me quote you the synopsis of the book. The Gardener is a science fiction novel that fuses the personal with the political, set against the backdrop of the fractured galactic civilization. When sisters Sarah and rising officer in the authoritarian Republic Defense Force and Gwen, a quiet civil organizer on the forgotten fringes, choose opposing paths in the wake of an alien onslaught, they unwittingly shape the fate of countless wars. What begins as a story of survival becomes a slow-burn confrontation with propaganda, memory and power. Told across 5 acts, The Gardener explores how truth is not erased but buried, how systems silence not with violence but with metrics, and how resistance can begin not with rebellion but with listening. Gwen doesn't lead an army, she listens, archives, and reminds people who they are. Sarah, meanwhile, helps design a very framework that might erase her sister. It's a novel about what comes after war, about how silence is shaped, and about the human cost of a clean ending. For fans of the Dispossessed, The Expanse and The Children of Time, The Gardener is a haunting meditation of narrative control, institutional complicity and hope rooted in the dirt. And guys, he added the link to the Kickstarter page, and you can support him. And to be honest, I'm not a big fan of this type of books, but this is very interesting in my opinion, because I think, guys, it is quite similar to our ordinary life, despite the fact that it is a scientific novel. And this novel might definitely raise a lot of questions to our own lives. Wait a second, for some reasons I still cannot. Well, here it is. This novel might raise a lot of questions to our own lives. And because of this, I think it is a great update from the person who is fighting for MMTLP community. Shout out to Daniel. And shout out to Marco, because they did it together. And so guys, let's take a look what will be the results of our actions, and let's support Daniel if you want to be a part of the other side of his life. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get